Let me ask you something real. How many times have you told yourself phrases like, money is the root of all problems? I'm just not good with money. People like me will never be rich. Life is unfair and only the lucky ones succeed. You might not realize it, but every time you repeat these words, you're building invisible walls around your own future. And those walls are not made of bricks, they are made of beliefs. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people do not fail financially because of their income, their job, or even the economy. They fail because they are trapped in a prison created by their own minds. A prison built from limiting beliefs about money. And the saddest part? Many people spend their whole lives inside that prison without ever questioning the walls. I want you to pause for a moment and imagine this. Two people can grow up in the exact same neighborhood, face the same struggles, even earn the same salary. One of them stays stuck, always broke, always blaming circumstances. The other one slowly changes, finds opportunities, and starts building a future that looks completely different. What makes the difference? It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's not working 20 hours a day. The real difference is mindset, specifically, the beliefs they choose to accept about money. Every successful person I've studied, every story of transformation I've seen, started with one decision, the decision to break free from limiting beliefs. To say, I refuse to keep carrying the same ideas about money that held my family back. I refuse to keep repeating the same sentences that generations before me repeated. I choose new beliefs that empower me instead of limit me. And that's what this episode is about. Today, I'm going to take you through the most common limiting beliefs about money, the exact thoughts that keep people stuck in fear, debt, and scarcity. And I'm going to show you how to replace them with new beliefs that open doors instead of closing them. But let me warn you, this is not just about money. When you shift your beliefs, you shift your life. When you break these invisible chains, you begin to see opportunities, solutions, and paths that were always there, but you couldn't notice them because your mind was trained to focus on limits. So, if you're here, listening to me right now, it means something powerful. You are not like everyone else. You are not just scrolling, wasting time, complaining about life. You are searching. You are hungry for change. You are brave enough to face your own mindset and ask, what if the problem is not the world outside, but the beliefs I hold inside? Stay with me until the end of this episode, because what we're about to do together is more than just learning tips. We are starting a transformation. This is the moment you stop living as a prisoner of old ideas, and begin to design a new future with a new mindset. And trust me, that decision, right here, right now, could be the turning point of your life. One of the most common, and most dangerous, beliefs about money is this: money is evil. You've probably heard it from relatives, from movies, from society. And if you grew up hearing it again and again, it might have sunk deep into your subconscious. But let's stop for a second and think, is money really evil? Or is that just something we've been programmed to believe? The truth is simple, yet powerful: money is neutral. Money is not good. Money is not bad. Money is simply a tool. Just like fire. With fire, you can burn down a house, or you can keep a family warm on a cold night. The fire itself is not evil, it's how you use it. The same is true for money. Think about it. With money, someone can destroy, manipulate, or hurt others. But with the same money, someone else can feed a hungry family, build a school, support their parents, create opportunities for others. So why do we blame the money, when in reality, it's the human heart that makes the difference? And here's the danger of believing money is evil: if deep down you think money is bad, you will always push it away. Even if you consciously want to earn more, your subconscious will sabotage you. Because why would your mind allow you to hold on to something that you secretly believe is dirty or wrong? This is why so many people struggle. They want more money, but they carry guilt every time they receive it. Successful people, on the other hand, see money for what it really is: a resource, an energy, a tool. They don't worship it. They don't fear it. They direct it. They make it serve their vision, their family, their purpose. And that's the shift you need to make starting today. From this moment on, I want you to change the sentence in your mind. Every time the thought, money is evil, comes up, replace it with this powerful belief. Money is a tool. In the right hands, it creates impact, freedom, and opportunities. Write that down. Put it on a sticky note. Say it out loud. Train your mind until it believes it. Because once you shift this belief, you'll stop pushing money away unconsciously, and you'll start allowing it to flow into your life, not as something to fear, but as something to use with wisdom and purpose. Remember this, money doesn't change who you are. It simply amplifies you. If you are generous, money will allow you to be more generous. If you are creative, money will allow you to create more. If you are caring, money will allow you to care for more people. Money does not corrupt, it reveals. So, starting today, stop blaming money. Start taking responsibility for how you use it. And you will see, the moment you stop treating money as an enemy, it will stop running away from you. Another destructive belief that keeps countless people stuck is this one: I'm not good with money. Maybe you've said it before. Maybe you've heard friends or family say it with a laugh, as if it's just part of who they are. But let me tell you something important, this belief is not a joke. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Think about it, when you keep repeating to yourself, I'm not good with money, what are you really telling your brain? You're programming your mind to give up before you even try. You're convincing yourself that money management is something only other people can do, the smart ones, the lucky ones, the wealthy ones. And the more you say it, the deeper it digs into your identity. Until one day, you don't just believe it, you become it. But here's the truth, nobody is born good with money. Just like nobody is born knowing how to drive a car, cook a meal, or speak a language. These are skills. And skills are learned. The same is true with money. Every millionaire, every successful entrepreneur, every financially free person you admire, at one point, they didn't know what they were doing either. They made mistakes. They wasted money. They failed. The only difference? They refused to accept the lie that they were just not good with money. Let me tell you this with absolute certainty, if you can read, if you can learn, if you can make a choice, then you can get good with money. It's not about being a math genius. It's not about having a finance degree. It's about changing your mindset, taking responsibility, and practicing simple habits consistently. The problem is not your ability. The problem is your belief. Because when you believe you're bad with money, you stop trying to improve. You avoid learning. You ignore opportunities. You give up your power. And what happens when you give up your power? Someone else controls it. The banks, the credit card companies, the people who profit from your ignorance. But the moment you decide, truly decide, that you can get better with money, everything shifts. Suddenly, you open your eyes to lessons, books, podcasts, and experiences that were always around you but you never noticed. You start paying attention. You make small changes. And those small changes compound into massive transformations over time. Let me share a personal truth, I wasn't good with money either. I made mistakes. I lost money. I fell into traps. But here's what I discovered, every mistake was a lesson. Every loss was feedback. Every failure was training. And with time, with persistence, with the decision to never call myself bad with money again, I turned those lessons into strength. And if I can do it, so can you. Repeat after me. I am capable of learning. I am capable of growing. I am capable of becoming excellent with money. This is not just a mantra, it's a commitment to yourself. Because if you don't believe you can master money, you won't even take the first step. But if you shift this belief, you'll give yourself the gift of growth. And here's the real beauty, once you get good with money, it doesn't just change your bank account. It changes how you see yourself. It gives you confidence. It gives you freedom. It gives you the power to design your life instead of being trapped by fear. So remember this, you are not bad with money. You are simply untrained. And training is always available. The question is, are you willing to let go of the old belief and step into a new identity? Because once you say yes to that, you'll never again be the same.
One of the most common and dangerous beliefs that silently controls millions of lives is this: money is hard to make. Maybe you've grown up hearing it from your parents, your teachers, or the people around you. Maybe you've even said it yourself every time you looked at your paycheck, your bills, or your bank account. And because you've heard it so often, it feels like the truth. It feels like a universal law. But let me ask you this: who decided that money is hard to make? Who set the rules for how much money you are allowed to earn? Who told you that financial abundance belongs only to a lucky few? The reality is, this belief is not a fact. It is a story. A story passed down from generation to generation. A story society repeats so often that most people never question it. And yet, when you look around, you'll see clear evidence that the story is not true. Because while some people struggle their entire lives, others seem to create wealth effortlessly. Same world, same opportunities, same 24 hours, different results. Why? Because money is not just about effort. It's about belief, creativity, and alignment with value. When you believe money is hard to make, your brain shuts down. You stop looking for possibilities. You stick to the safe path, even if it keeps you stuck. You ignore ideas that could change your life, because deep down, you already know it won't work. But here's the truth: money is not inherently hard or easy. Money is neutral. What makes it feel hard is the meaning we attach to it. And when you constantly feed your mind the belief that it is hard, your actions will prove you right. You'll work endless hours, burn yourself out, and still feel like you're drowning. Not because money is impossible to create, but because you're operating with a mindset of scarcity. Now let's flip the script. Imagine replacing that belief with this one: money flows to me when I create value. Suddenly, you open a new perspective. You start asking different questions. Instead of asking, why is money so hard? You begin to ask, how can I create more value for others? How can I use my skills, my time, my energy in a way that solves problems? Think about it. Every single dollar in your pocket came from solving someone's problem. If you cooked a meal, drove someone to a destination, designed a website, or wrote a piece of music, you got paid because you provided value. That's the real secret. Money is not about how hard you work, but about how much value you bring and how many people you serve. And here's the exciting part: value is limitless. Creativity is limitless. Opportunities are limitless. But if your mind is locked on the belief that money is hard, you won't even see them. It's like wearing dark glasses at night. The opportunities are there, but you're blind to them. I want you to remember something powerful. Every wealthy person you admire today once lived with nothing but an idea. They didn't have guarantees. They didn't have certainty. But they had one thing: the courage to believe money was not impossible. They dared to look for new ways. They dared to believe in abundance instead of scarcity. And that belief opened doors that others never Oh, let me challenge you. The next time you catch yourself saying, money is hard to make, stop. Replace it. Say instead, money comes to me through creativity, service, and value. Train your brain to expect flow instead of struggle, because money is not the enemy. Struggle is not the rule. You are not born to chase paychecks forever. You were born with the power to create, to build, to innovate, and to grow. Oh, let this be your turning point. From today forward, delete the belief that money is hard. Adopt the belief that money is a reflection of your creativity and your willingness to serve. And once you do that, you'll never see money the same way again, because you'll stop chasing it and start creating it. Perhaps the most painful and destructive belief of all is this one: I don't deserve wealth. It hides in the shadows of your mind, whispering every time you dream bigger, Every time you imagine a different life, every time you take a step forward, it's a voice that says, "Who do you think you are? Wealth is not for you. Stay small. Stay safe." Maybe you heard this message growing up. Maybe you were told you were not smart enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. Or maybe no one ever said it directly, but you absorbed it anyway, through the way people looked at you, through the struggles your family went through the constant message that abundance is for others, not for people like you. And so, even now, when opportunities come your way, you hesitate. You self-sabotage. You say no when deep down you want to say yes. You shrink yourself because some part of you feels unworthy of having more. But let me tell you the truth that successful people already know. Wealth is not about worthiness. It's about responsibility. Wealth does not ask, "Are you good enough?" Wealth asks, "Will you use me wisely? Will you multiply me, share me, direct me toward purpose?" You see, the belief, "I don't deserve wealth," is a trap. It keeps you in survival mode. It keeps you small. It convinces you that financial freedom is only for special people with special talents. But look around. Is that really true? No. Ordinary people with ordinary beginnings achieve extraordinary financial freedom every single day. The difference is not that they deserve more than you. The difference is that they allowed themselves to step into possibility. To hear something powerful to remember. Your value is not determined by your past. Maybe you made mistakes with money. Maybe you've been in debt. Maybe you failed before. That does not disqualify you. In fact, those experiences can become your greatest teachers, the very reasons you can handle wealth more wisely in the future. Think about it this way. When a seed is planted in the ground, nobody asks if it deserves to grow. Growth is its nature. Expansion is its purpose. And you are the same. You are born to grow, to expand, to rise. Wealth is simply a reflection of that growth. And here's the secret the world doesn't tell you. The more you have, the more you can give. If you are generous, wealth multiplies your generosity. If you are caring, wealth multiplies your care. If you are visionary, wealth multiplies your vision. You are not taking from others by having more. You are creating more for yourself and for the world. Yes, oh, why would you ever believe you are unworthy? The truth is, you are already worthy. Worthiness is not something you earn. It's something you recognize. The moment you decide you deserve to live with freedom, with peace, with abundance, you open the door to receive it. From today forward, every time that voice whispers, "You don't deserve wealth," I want you to respond with a stronger voice. Back and index pointing right. I was born to create, to serve, to grow, and I deserve the resources that allow me to do that. Write it down. Repeat it. Believe it. Let it sink into your bones. Because when you finally claim your worth, the game changes. You stop playing small. You stop rejecting opportunities. You stop sabotaging your progress. And most importantly, you realize that wealth was never about proving your value. It was about amplifying it. You don't chase wealth to prove you are enough. You create wealth because you already are enough to, hear me clearly. You deserve to step into financial freedom. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. And the only permission you need is your own. Breaking these limiting beliefs is not about reading a few articles or watching a couple of videos. It's about rewiring your mind, reshaping your identity, and taking consistent action every single day. The first step is awareness. Noticing the thoughts that hold you back, listening to the little voice that says, "I'm not good with money," or "money is hard," and daring to question them. Then comes reframing, replacing every disempowering thought with a powerful, truth-based statement that shifts your mindset. Say it out loud. Write it down. Put it on your wall. Repeat it until your subconscious stops arguing and starts believing. Next, you take deliberate action. Small steps that build competence and confidence, like tracking your money, practicing gratitude for every dollar you earn, or reflecting on lessons from mistakes without guilt. Surround yourself with reminders, mentors, and examples of people who live in financial freedom. Every book you read, every story you listen to, every habit you implement becomes a brick in the foundation of your new mindset. And the secret is this: transformation doesn't happen overnight. But with persistence, self-compassion, and faith in your ability to grow, Your old beliefs start to crumble, and you feel a sense of empowerment that you've never experienced before. The moment you internalize that money is a tool, that you are capable, and that abundance is not just for others, but for you too, a door opens. Opportunities appear. You act differently. You think differently. And slowly, steadily, your life begins to reflect the mindset you've chosen, not the fears you inherited. This is how ordinary people become financially extraordinary, not by magic, but by courage, discipline, and the relentless refusal to accept limitations. And right now, in this very moment, you have the power to start this transformation, to tell yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I am in control of my financial future. As we reach the end of this episode, I want you to take a deep breath and truly feel what we've discussed today. You've uncovered the limiting beliefs that may have been quietly holding you back for years. The whispers that said, I'm not good with money, money is hard to make, or I don't deserve wealth. And now, you have the power to confront them, to challenge them, and to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. I want you to imagine for a moment. What would your life look like if you fully believed you could manage money with skill and wisdom? If you trusted that wealth was not a privilege for others, but a possibility for you? If every opportunity that comes your way was met with confidence instead of fear? Picture it vividly. Feel the freedom, the empowerment, the lightness in your chest knowing that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you have control over your financial destiny. This is not just motivation. This is strategy. Because the moment you recognize these beliefs and begin replacing them with truth, everything shifts. Start small. Write down the beliefs you want to let go of. Identify one daily action you can take to build confidence in your financial abilities. Surround yourself with examples of success, stories, mentors, lessons, and let them guide you. Every little step compounds. Every small habit strengthens your mindset. And over time, the person you see in the mirror will reflect the courage, wisdom, and abundance you are cultivating inside. Remember this. The journey to financial freedom begins in your mind, but it only blossoms when your actions align with your new beliefs. Speak to yourself kindly. Repeat affirmations like, I am capable. I am worthy. I am in control of my financial future. And watch how your reality begins to transform. Now it's your turn. Don't just watch, act. Take a moment right now, grab your notebook, and write down one limiting belief about money you are ready to release forever. Point 2, one empowering belief you will adopt starting today. Point 3, one practical action you will take this week to build your financial confidence. Share your answers in the comments below. I want to hear your commitments, your breakthroughs, your first steps. By writing it down and sharing it, you make it real. You transform your thoughts into action. You inspire others to do the same. And here's a secret. Those who succeed don't wait for motivation. They create momentum. Take this moment. Start your transformation today, because your future self will thank you for the courage you choose right now. If you found this video valuable, hit like, subscribe, and click the notification bell, because this is just the beginning of a journey where we uncover all the secrets to a powerful wealth mindset together. Let's grow, let's evolve, and let's create a life of abundance step by step.